Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is 9:24. Welcome back to the program. Good friend Rick Davis joining us from Fidelity Bank, and again, a whole batch of brochures in front of you. How about that?
Stuff. Teddy, get over here.
And a dog.
He brought Teddy with.
You're supposed to be working today. Who do you think you are, just wandering around like this?
Now, we talked about Teddy before. Explain where people can meet Teddy.
Teddy's at Fidelity Bank in Jordan Creek, 177 Jordan Creek Parkway, Fidelity Bank. And she comes every day.
She does.
She's the greeter.
Yeah, she is the greeter.
So she wants to go greet our cameraman right now, which is absolutely fine. So why do we have all these wonderful brochures in front of you this morning?
Well, we just got them done. We just got them trademarked. We've been working on them for quite a while. But it's right size housing is what Fidelity Bank has decided to let me go through. And it's been about a 2-year process. But we want to put people in the right home with the least cost for the best life. And we went to the builders. We have 6 builders now, including a very large one in Ankeny, that agreed to 25 projects to be available.
Wow.
So people can sell their home or buy their first home and make them comfortable. But a lot of the people over 55, really the over 62 is where it works best. But we've done a bunch of research on how the program helps the community. And part of it is to make it accessible to everybody. So there'll be houses that we've even figured out one floor with no basement to have stairs, no stairs to get in, so no falling and breaking a limb.
And that is a concern.
The biggest concern of people over 70, which everybody hopes to be someday, right?
Right.
Even the pretty one over here, right? I mean, someday.
Someday, or it's sooner than later.
So what I worked with other people, including architects and some other, is to make a high efficiency house that looks like boom, like big time, high ceilings, wonderful bath that you can walk in with no stairs and gives you a hot tub and it empties itself in a minute. So you don't have to sit in cold water while you're emptying, so the door doesn't let the water go in. People don't realize some
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you want one that goes away quick, because if you don't, you got to sit there in the cold water.
Now, are those some of the challenges you just mentioned, like that tub, for example, never even crossed a lot of our minds because of that? Are those some of the challenges that builders have to take into account?
Well, in reality, I had to take into account with the architects. One builder in Ankeny already knew about it, but most of them that I'm talking to haven't. So now I'm going to do the research, and did it, to find out how to make the most efficient house at the best price. Now, the dream of the reverse mortgage, which is this one, and I understand it's my fault I didn't send it earlier.
No, you're okay.
Show it over here.
Camera 4 can pick that up for you there.
Okay.
Hi, Dave.
And we have these available to tell you why it's the right thing to do. I've spent 3 weeks in California and ate a lot of lobster, which I don't recommend too much lobster. It gives you these funny things in your toes.
But you've told us before, this has gone national. You've been in California, you've been all across the country, but you're bringing it back local here to help our community.
Well, the program is really going to be centered here. This is going to be the prototype. So like Kansas City's second, but the reality is...
So this is home base.
This is where you're going to get the best of the best.
Right.
Because I'm going to the best builders because I know them. I know the best programs. I know the best lots. I know where I'm going to put you where you buy a grocery store and you buy a theaters and you have
Good point.
Yeah, everything about it. This is my home. So it's went over nationally bigger than anything. It's kind of like, well, like if she went to a new school when she was 16, you know how everybody'd want to know who she was, like who's a new pretty girl in school. You know, probably didn't happen.
We didn't have that happen. No.
But I'm like the new kid on the block in this program. So like I'm getting all the attention of national presidents. You know, people are running a $2 billion a month company calling me. I had another guy call me, wanted a joint venture, that his credit line is $40 million a day.
A day?
Yeah. And I said, that's okay, I'm in Des Moines, we're go. So this is going to be like the dream city to make the most people happy and comfortable. Like we were talking about breaking a limb. At 70 years old, if you do break a limb, your life expectancy is cut dramatically. Even though the limb didn't hurt you, the healing process, the hospitals, all the rest of it affects people. So it just works out. So if you don't have to worry about stepping into the bathtub, you just open the door and then you get a hot tub at the same time. How good a life is that forever? Yeah. I mean, it makes the quality of life for what the program on reverse mortgages is part of the right size housing. Because the kiddie loans, which, you know, like an employer, a big time guy at this place is doing kiddie loans for his kids, which is what you guys helped him here because he watches your work. So, but it's helping college kids not have triple costs on their debt. We're cut half, 50% of your student loans by helping the kids get into a house, have people living with them and no rent. So that Go check on your food. Go check on what it costs to be in a dorm, and then see what it's like to live free and make equity. So
see, that's a huge expense that people may not have taken into account.
Way bigger than you realize. So right-size housing. That's why we are a consultant bank. We are not a telephone bank. Some really huge banks are going to all telephone banks, right? Well, that's why we have new employees, because everybody doesn't want to do that. So we need to meet. We need to help. We have 38 approved builders. We'll probably add another 10. We know the area all the way around. We know developers. We know how to help you sell your existing home because we have 50 realtors that work with us. I can't tell you what's best for you unless you come in.
And tell your story. Now, you have all these beautiful brochures in
And
front
we
of
have
you.
them all available for somebody if they want them.
Okay, I was going to say, does each one represent something great that you guys are doing?
One
or
of
do
them
they
is
all
for the
kind of say the
financial
same thing?
advisors.
Let's show them one at a time here.
Okay, the financial advisor ones, and we're going to add special financial ones. We're going to add those really odd ones that are worried about your money, not their money.
Okay.
That's a good concept.
That's a good it's a great concept. Yeah.
So, because there's a process with this program that people can make a passive income off their own house after they bought it to pay their taxes and insurance if they put a little more down. It's crazy.
We're talking when we get done. But okay, what's the next one you have here?
Okay, the right size housing is what we just talked about.
What we're talking about.
It's for your whole family. So if you're 50 years old, you might have a kid that needs help, and you might have a parent that needs help. So you get the brochure and you figure out what you need first.
Yeah.
Right.
What a great idea that is. All right.
Then there's a whole book on the reverses that we make available to you, and would love to send it out to you. We'd like you to know more, but I've talked to financial planners that are much smarter than me, and it takes 2 or 3 times before they understand it. It's so good, it should not exist, but it does. It does.
Right.
And it's a government program. It's FHA program. We're not the lender. FHA is.
There's great options out there, great opportunities, but you need to make the phone call or come in
You got to
and
come
get
in
a
because
visit.
like, here's a buyer's guide to figure out what house fits you, what house makes sense to you.
Right.
All right. 2 more.
The other one is the all-in-one for Fidelity. This is
Yeah.
a training thing. We don't need you to make a decision today. We need to start the thought process today.
Right.
We'll meet with you if you're going to do this 2 years from now. But the point is somebody needs to educate, and we believe we're the only one that has all of the tools.
Get the ball rolling.
Yeah, like the buyer's guide.
There it is.
So,
Wonderful. So are these available at your office, or where can people get these?
They can call to get them mailed to us. It's easier, or we can email you to you. But it would be nice to come in and just tell us what you're interested in so we know which one to give you.
Wonderful.
So we'll be available. There's somebody there, and Teddy will help you if you need it. Teddy, will you say
Teddy's
hello,
running
please?
around. He's like, I'll help you make a
Teddy's
decision.
coming back over. He says, "You done,
sorry.
Dad? I'm done. I'm back over here now."
Teddy knows she gets treats after TV.
Wonderful. So we want to remind everybody to get the process started. Come meet you and your incredible staff, and how can they do that?
Please call us and make an appointment, or stop in. We'll make it work. But it's easier if you make an appointment. We saw 39 people last week in our little bank.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's great.
And we did $6.5 million in new purchases last week
Last week alone.
in a little bank.
A little tiny bank, but with big ideas.
We're the 8th largest real estate lender in the state of Iowa.
Wonderful. Well,
343-2300. Just please come get the benefit. We're not restricting you where you do business. We just hope you want to do business after. We're going to teach the world.
and
We
know
hope-
the
we
options
hope
that you
some of
have
them stop
available.
by after.
You're the man.
Exactly. Thank you, Rick, very much.
Thank
for
you so
joining
much,
us
sir.
this
Good to
morning.
see you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, it is 9:33 right now, and we will be right back. You're watching CW Iowa Live in West Des Moines. Furry Friends are going to be in with a very unique friend next on CW Iowa Live.